Mr. Executive, there's a young man here to see you. He says it's about Rod Serling.
About Rod? Send him in.
Hello, my name's Brother Teddy. You're Mr. Executive, right?
Yeah. Rod sent you, right? With the script?
That's right, sir. Rod's guidance had led me here, and I do have the script.
All right, well, where's the script?
All in my head, sir.
Now, I need a physical script for the next episode. Where the hell is Rod?
You know, a lot of people ask that question, and the truth is his presence can be found all around us.
Okay, what sort of nonsense is this?
I'm here to help you find answers to all of life's questions and mysteries. Where's the script? Where is Rod? What happens when we die? I hear you get a big cookie factory in Tennessee.
Oh, no, you're just one of the followers in his cult.
Oh, it's not a cult, sir. And if you say that again, I'll gut you, you son of a bitch.
Easy there, Teddy.
Oh, my God! Rod, were you in the corner this whole time under the lampshade?
As a matter of fact, Mr. Executive, I was. Since Tuesday, actually.
He works in mysterious ways.
That's right. And I was just observing young Teddy here, and it seems he got a little carried away. Teddy, you were doing great, up until the threat of physical violence. Remember, you can't threaten to gut them. Not yet, anyway.
Rod, please, I told you before, I'm not joining your religion. I just want the episode script.
Oh, right, the next episode. I'll just step into this closet and take a few minutes to get it. Just ignore the typing sounds you hear.
Mysterious ways.
Exactly, Teddy. Now, before I go get that script that's already finished, I want to ask you, Teddy, where'd you get that afterlife bit about the cookie factory?
Oh, well, you haven't told us where we go when we die yet. And I just figured it sounded like a nice place to visit.
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This? The only podcast to make your wildest dreams come... the only podcast to make your wildest dreams come true, as long as it's not talking correctly. But still leave you feeling unsatisfied, making you ask the question, why would you make this? I'm Jimmy Time. I'm joined by you. How are you, sir?
Yo, I'm drained.
You're drained? Oh, my God.
I'm done.
Just came from a porn shoot?
Yo, you know it.
Bored and drained.
That's my new board game tabletop show coming to YouTube and Twitch.
Bored and drained. We're also joined by J Delta Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Wagwan. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I almost did just call you Day Jelta. Yeah, dyslexia is great. Dyslexia is great. I gotta be honest, guys. I finally see it. I saw it. Go ahead, make the t-shirt, start the show.
Yeah, you just fucking suddenly get it when you give everyone the name of my evil alternative identity that I've been keeping under wrap this whole time.
Day Jelta. Robbing banks and causing murders. All of them.
All the colors of the rainbow, apparently.
Okay, so we watched A Nice Place to Visit, which was episode 28, season 1 of The Twilight Zone, or the 1960 or 1959, The Twilight Zone, or 1960, whatever, you pick a year. Wherein, when bad guy Henry Francis Valentine dies in a shootout with police, he wakes up in the next world where his every wish is granted forever and ever. Okay, hot debate. Right. Hot debate. Would that suck?
No.
No, right?
No.
That wouldn't...
Alright, spoiler alert. This guy is there for a month and is like, I'm sick of this. I've been jerking off for how many years and I'm still not bored of it?
I would agree with you, but that's not true. I'm dead inside right now. Yo, do you know how embarrassing it is, even by yourself, when you jerk off for like a half hour and then you just go, all right, this isn't going to happen.
Oh, we can. None of me wants to be here.
Yo, do you know how embarrassing it is when you put a sex toy away and you don't have to clean it? Because you didn't make a mess in it.
You're mad. It's mad.
Yo, who knew a fucking pocket pussy could get put away with a frowny face on it?
Well, I did, because it's one of those where it's got one in the mouth and one in the pussy on its own.
And you ordered the frowny face version.
Right.
For some reason, you just wanted like a scowled, disapproving look looking up at
This
you.
is what I'm used to in life. It's all I know.
You're like, wow, I could tell this thing is just doing it out of obligation because it has no choice. Great.
All right, yeah. Okay. Debate solved. It would not suck. Except it kind of would.
Oh, yeah.
Except also it would. Also it would. All right, so there's just so much truth. You guys just smothered me in the truth. So let's go ahead and just kill some more people with the truth in the truth hour.
One of them truth pillows.
Oh my God! Hey, get this thing off me! I can't. There's too much. There's too much truth. I can't breathe. I thought we were having a nice dinner, and now you smother me with the truth.
Oh, how many pesticides are in this food that I'm eating? What? And it's doing what to the environment? Oh, God. What is a ecological collapse? I've never heard of a cascade, huh? The bees? Oh. Whew. This is just supposed to be a nice dinner. Oh.
How did your date go? Well, it was all right. And he started screaming about bees. And the worst part was, I was into it at first. Yeah, a bee just popped up on our screen and then the fucking cycle of it. All right, so the truth. That's the truth. It's happening here. It's happening near you. It must be the truth.
What's truth? The bees.
The bees are the truth. April 15th, 1960 is when this episode originally aired. So let's go back to April 9th, 1960, where the Boston Celtics won the NBA championship.
Oh, get out of your house. Get out of your house. Get out of your house immediately.
Just to anger you. The Boston Celtics won the NBA championship, beating the St. Louis Hawks in 122 to 103. The Hawks were forced to give a seventh game 2 days later by beating Boston. Wait, what happened?
I don't know. But is that still a team? St. Louis Hawks?
No.
No? What are they now? Oils?
What?
The big old oil spouts?
No, wait. Are you saying it's the St. Louis Oils or the Oil Hawks? It could go either way with
Well,
you.
if it's going to be Hawks, you know it's going to be them City Hawks that infest our nation.
Ain't no Oil Hawks. It's the City Hawks.
City Hawks.
No, he said St. Louis big old oil spouts.
Teddy, is that you? It has St. Louis big old oil spout.
Give me one of them big old oil spouts.
Get an earl of my screams.
My favorite team. Who you like? Wildcats? Big old oil spouts.
I've been rooting for them spouts for years.
Spouts.
Go Spouts.
First I was a scout, now I'm a spout. Let's move on to April 11th. The fishermen in Mason, South Korea. Mason. Mason? A fisherman in South Korea discovered a mutilated body of Kim Chu-yeol, a high school student who's been killed during a march protest in the fraudulent presidential election. Tear gas was clearly used in her eye socket.
Why is that?
I don't know why that says.
What else is the tear gas going to go in? Where else are you going to cry from?
Everybody outraged and caused a riot. April 13th, the U.S. launched Transit IB, the first successful navigation satellite from Cape Canaveral. The technology was eventually superseded by a global positioning system of satellites. So,
Yeah.
GPS. So that was GPS, but now we got real GPS.
Yeah.
That was pre-GPS. And then we also have two things on the 14th. Come on, man.
Woo.
Can the people handle it? the Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Are those still real teams?
And of course,
Yes.
yeah. The Canadiens are?
Yes.
For real? I thought they were like something else, like the Blue Jays or something like that. Or
No.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Nah, bro.
No. In a sport largely played in Canada, there is still a team called the Canadiens, and nobody's confused.
They're actually called the Canadiens, and I have never tried to figure out why that is.
Well, because it's French Canada, so they're the
the Canadiens.
Yo, why don't we have the New York Americans or the New York Americans?
We did.
We did, and
Yeah.
they sucked, and we sold them.
We were like, fuck that shit. We know who we are,
Yo,
and then we switched.
Look, we can
Wait,
embarrass
what sport
ourselves.
was that? XFL?
That was baseball.
Oh, no, XFL, we were the Outlaws or
Are
something?
you thinking of the Nationals? There's also an Americans.
Yeah, they're called the Yankees now.
That's rough.
Fuck them.
Yeah, it's just like an American to change their name and pretend they didn't do anything wrong.
You don't remember? No, you were wrong about the XFL. We were the Hitmen.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
But now we're the Guardians.
Oh, we are?
Are we?
I think so, yeah.
Are we?
Are we?
Well, because back then we were like, yeah, rough and tumble New York, and now we're like, 9/11, protect the world, or whatever.
Are we?
NYPD. Yeah, we're the Guardians. Like, the whole thing is, I assume that's what the Guardian's supposed to be. Like, the Guardian.
What happened to the good old days with
What
the
is-
big old oil spout?
What is that mascot? A thin blue line? Like,
You know what it's like? Having a big jersey that just says big old oil spouts or just booze?
what's your favorite team? Booze. I don't know what.
I don't know why they moved. I don't know why they moved.
Did
I don't-
they like us or I can't tell. Every time we make a touchdown, they boo, but they buy our tickets every season. I don't get what's happening.
They just left middle of the night. No explanation. Who are we going to root for now?
Yo, that is the greatest team name I've ever heard in my life.
The booze?
The Booze.
It's big old oil spouts. Can't put that on a jersey. We tried. You get like 2 words in.
Also on the 14th, Motown Records was incorporated. So, get ready to get screwed over, black people. My birthday dot ninja lets you know that you were born in Poland this time. Ooh, and a
All
male.
right.
Oh, but you were still an Undertaker or a Digger.
That's all you did.
I guess people died there too.
Yeah, it turns out people die all around the world.
That is trash, dude. That can't be real. All right, so let's go on to the best hour.
Our favorite hour.
The Troy McClure Hour. Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such thrilling heist films as 10 Things I Hate About Our Crew or Tower Heist 2, The Twin Tower Heist, Inside Job. Today, we're going to talk about what to do when your plan goes sideways. Yo. Whew.
Sometimes you write a good one and you're like, all right, I'll coast from here.
It was a good thing that you wrote that what happens when your plan goes sideways, and not what happens when your plan blows up in the middle and then takes 2 hours to collapse into itself. And then one in the field. That was, yeah, I'll delete that.
Yeah, no, you won't.
No, you won't.
You won't.
So,
Then your global teacher in high school is like, all right, yeah, so they're gone already. Let's get back to class.
what?
Yeah.
Like, they're dead. Don't worry about it. They don't feel nothing anymore. Anyway, geography.
So this episode was directed by John Brand. We've heard about him before. Oh, I forgot to write the director and the writer from the last episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
that don't
whatever.
matter.
Also, Charles Bramont. We've heard about him before. So it might be a good one. We have Larry Blyden, who plays Henry Francis. I don't know. It could be. It could be a good one. Larry Blyden plays Henry Francis Rocky Valentine. You recognize him from the 1959 The United States Steel Hour. Yeah, I don't want to know what that is, because I'm going to tell you it's gay porn. The 1963 television series Harry's Girls. Again, porn. And finally, 1967 TV movie Ghost Breakers.
Which is...
Again, a porn parody of Ghostbusters, a film that
Yo.
wasn't created yet. But still,
I'll pay to watch the Ghost Breakers porn.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds violent. which makes me more interested. He died June 1975. Next, we have Sebastian Cabot, who plays Mr. Pip?
Mr. Pip.
If that's what they say. I thought it was just Pip.
I thought it was Mr. Pibb. I
plays-
was like, that's where it's from.
He plays a fat soda mascot.
You recognize him from the 1960 film The Time Machine, the 1963 film The Sword in the Stone. Wasn't that a animated film?
Yeah, he was voices.
Oh, wow, look at that. And yeah, he's the voice of the... narrator and somebody else. Also, what? Bagheera the Panther in the 1967 The Jungle Book, the Disney one.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He died in
Good
77.
for him. He worked for Disney. He did not get residuals.
Oh, that's true. He sucks. Oh, he doesn't suck. That sucked. Whatever, he's dead. He can't
He
feel
beat
anything.
Walt Disney.
Yeah, back to geography.
Yeah. Full cast and crew at IMDb.com. Let's start the episode.
Whoa.
Especially because it says film, so I was like, yes. Here we go. Another day of not finishing for you.
Forget the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, never mind. You get the opening narration. Portrait of a man at work. Oh, so many of them opened with portrait, or herein you find.
Yo, wait until we finish the Twilight Zone and get to his next series, The Night Gallery.
Portrait of a...
But Night Gallery's got some good ones.
That's what he said. in the Twilight Zone.
Don't ruin it.
Portrait of a man at work. The only work he's ever done. The only work he knows. His name is Henry Francis Valentine, but he calls himself Rocky. Because that's the way his life has been. Rocky and perilous.
I love that he repeats it. His name is Rocky, because that's how his life has always been. You know, Rocky, like the rocks are.
Eh?
Rocky and perilous and uphill at a dead run all the way. He's tired now, tired of running or waiting. Nope. He's tired of running or wanting, of waiting for the breaks that comes to others, but never to him. Never to Rocky Valentine. Inside the Southside Loan Company, we see that Rocky is emptying jewelry into a bag. A brown paper bag!
Yeah.
Like, you know, they must have just made him stronger back then. They must have.
You don't think he just filled it up and then immediately there'd be a hole underneath
Yeah.
that would then leave a trail of jewelry exactly to his
hideout.
hideout?
100%, yes. He tries on a ring and he hears sirens, so he runs out of the store and he drops his bag of jewelry. Like, oh, it seems on purpose, to be honest.
Trying on a ring in the middle of a heist.
Yo, you do that's later. That's later.
While you're jerking off with all the jewelry.
Yeah.
It's called The Stranger.
There's more to it than that, but
Yeah,
okay.
You don't know where you sit on your hand for like 5 minutes while wearing a whole bunch of rings?
And then you have all these weird indents in your ass
Yeah.
that are shaped like jewelry.
That's part of it. It's called
part of it.
foreplay.
But the point is, women wear rings. I think that was my point. Thank you.
This has been my presentation.
Yeah. I hope I get a job. Thank you.
In conclusion.
Thank you for giving me this time at my parole hearing.
This has been my TED Talk.
So they immediately open fire on him.
Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
even stop.
They
They're
didn't even
pulling
say
up.
stop. Nothing.
I love the bang, 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 and then eventually they're like, stop or we'll
Yes, that was
keep shooting.
Yeah. If they weren't police, 100% would have been a drive-by shooting. They chase him into an alley and they want him to stop or they'll shoot. Too late. He calls the cops screws. You're not gonna get me this time, you screws. And he starts firing at them and then puts his gun away and starts to climb the fence. Totally turns his back on them. Yeah. And they shoot him, like 4 or 5 times before he slowly falls down the fence. And then we get the opening narration continued. A scared, angry little man. He thinks it's all over now, but he's wrong. For Rocky Valentine, it's just beginning. A man walks up to the body and calls his name until he wakes up. The man introduces himself as Pip. He says that he's Rocky's guide. He tells him that he's been in an accident, but he's going to be fine soon. He's weary of Rocky, is like, why do you know my name, fatso? And Rocky's like, I don't like games. Tell it to me straight. And he's like, no, you love games. Look at my book here. It says you love gambling and Mumblety Peg and all these
Yeah.
other games. Yeah.
I was like, I'm having a stroke. I gotta pause this for a bit.
Does anybody? Oh, wait a minute. Do we know what Mumblety Peg is?
yeah, I looked it up and I don't know what it is because apparently
because you have dyslexia.
it is several things. Like apparently it is the act of throwing a knife into the ground. Like you both have knives and you throw them into the ground, and then
Alright.
you place various rules on that. Like sometimes it's like you and I will have like one of our feet, like legs and foot, will be touching next to each other, and we kind of just like spread out from each other.
Yeah.
And I throw the knife at your other foot, and you throw the knife at my other foot, and then wherever it lands, like when it sticks in the ground, because
Move
apparently
your foot
sticking,
there.
you move your foot there, and you keep doing it until you get the full splits or you fall over, and then you lose the game.
When someone gets stabbed in the foot.
No, if someone well, actually, that's I don't know about that, but there's another version where you do the same thing, but you throw the knife at your own foot, trying to get close as possible,
Yeah.
and the closest one wins. However, if you throw it in your foot, you automatically win, but most people don't want to stab themselves in the foot to win a game, which is why that's okay.
Yo.
And then I think there was another version where it was like, it was like horse. Like I throw the knife behind my leg and it sticks in the ground. Now you got to do it and stick it in the ground and stuff like that. Look, the point is, it was not a real game at all, and just something bumpkins did to pass time in between horse milkings and pig shearings. Okay, that is it.
Remember back when the only toy was a knife?
Yeah,
The world's first multi-tool.
yeah, a knife, and it came with a can opener, but you didn't know how to work it because you never had cans.
Wait, the knife came with a can opener?
It was like a pocket knife.
The knife is a can opener.
Oh my god, I'm getting all fancy pocket knifery.
You got two different tools?
Excuse me, my pocket knife has 21 attachments. How many does yours have?
19.
Ah, give me a house. Those are the rules.
That's where I keep my fancy pig.
Well, you should. You should keep it indoors.
Yo, imagine keeping a fancy pig outside.
Well, that's why you gotta shear it. You gotta shear your pig so it's not fancy. Fancy pigs are woolly. Yo, we've been talking about a sheep this whole time. Yeah, Pip. It's like, he's dressed in all white and he appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So you're immediately like, oh, he's an angel.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you remember? From the Bible. Pip the angel. When he said that, I was like, yo, Pip? Has Sterling never picked up a Bible in his life? Are you kidding me? So, yeah, Pip is like, I'm just here to make it comfortable. And Rocky's like, shut up, give me your money. And he pulls a gun on him. And Pip's like, yeah, you can have all the money you want. And just pulls a loose $700 out of both his pockets, like unfolded. Here you go. And Rocky's like, cool. And he puts his gun away and they both leave.
All right.
They go to this new
Successful
apartment.
transaction.
Yeah. You want to buy a man for $700 a night? Sold. And they go to the fat man's fancy apartment, and for some reason, Rocky still doesn't know what's going on here. Fat man gives you $700 to follow you back to his apartment. Yo, there's one thing happening tonight, dude. So Pip brings Rocky to his apartment, and Rocky's like, you go first. You go first. He just keeps leading around with a gun. And Pip's like, it's you don't have to be so weary. It's your place. Here's your key. Look, your name's on the door and everything. And he's like, well, what's the job you want me to do? Who's your boss? Like, what's this about? And he's like, you'll see him later. I don't know, maybe. You want to change and freshen up? They're like, okay, cool. And so they, and he's like, look at me. I'm like a fancy guy or whatever. My checkered suit and my yellow tie. I'm the hippest cat's bees. Whatever they said back then.
No, that's what they said. They're the hippest Batcat bees.
Cat bees. Yo, I'm just glad I have a new animal in my repertoire because it's been cats and bees for so long. I'm so glad I got bats now. I finally learned a third animal.
Which is just made by combining the other two.
Yeah, it's just cats and bees. It's bats. That's true. When God was making bats, he put birds and rats together, and he made rats, and he made bats. No, he put cats and bees together, and that's how he made bats. That was the argument that happened in my head, just so you guys know. My two last smartest brain cells arguing it out.
Over religion.
Over religion, yeah. when God... So, Pip is like, yo, you're looking sweet. Here's some meat. Chow down. And Rocky's like, no, you eat it first. I bet it's poison.
Yeah.
And Pip's like, I don't know how to eat. I haven't eaten.
I haven't eaten in a couple centuries.
A couple centuries, yeah. And Rocky's like, oh, that's your con game, huh? Pay a man to come to his apartment and then poison him. Ah, I get it.
And then watch him eat.
I'm going to shoot you in the head. Bam, blam, blam, blam. Oh, that didn't work. Is it my gun? Blam, blam. No, that lamp broke.
I love how they do the shot from the side, but it's very clear that he is aiming at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Because shooting a blank at that range would still probably kill the man.
Yeah. Yeah, at the very least, he would get just black soot on his face. And then he'd have to hold up a sign. It's like it's a living or something like that.
He'd have to turn his beak back to the right side of his face.
His beak. So Pip is like, yo, I'm your guardian angel. And, Rocky is like, yo, this must be heaven and you're my guardian angel. And Pip is like, sure, whatever.
Something like that.
And Rocky's like, yo, give me $1 million and like a super beautiful stack, beautiful, smoking hot, beautiful stack, like stack dame.
When he said stacked, I was like, whoa, they can imply big titties.
Apparently.
And he's like, just in case you don't understand me 50 years from now, I want some of this!
Constantly carrying around basketballs in their hands. And Pip opens the drawer, and it's full of money, and Pip snaps his finger, and the music starts, and a lady comes out and starts dancing with Rocky, and he's like, I can get used to this, yeah. Starts dancing. I don't know if it's me, but I looked at that girl, and I was like, I'm pretty sure she stuffed all of her parts. Like, you can't even get a real thick girl in heaven. For real? Yeah, even in heaven, they're stuffing their bras. God damn.
This is like 1960s heaven. What is...
Like, people were that big anyway. Like, how could they not find a lady? That was just weird. That was weird to me. So, in the casino, Rocky's playing roulette, and he's surrounded by women, and he keeps winning, and he's got 40 grand in cash, and he goes over to the slots, and he wins another bunch of money, and he's like, yeah, I'm the greatest happening cat in town. And he goes outside, and there's a car waiting for him, and the lousy screws walk by, a cop. And Rocky's like, he thinks he's better than me because he's got a few inches on me. He's all tall, and look at him. He's all proud of it and stuff. Literally just walked by. Yeah. None of that happened. So Pip is like, oh, yo, my bad, dude. Pip. And shrinks him down to like 4'4". And Rock's like, yeah, your hat's on backwards, dopey. And like pushes him around and gets in his car and drives away.
And then the cop still just shoots him in the face.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
He didn't shrink his gun.
So we go back to the apartment, and Rocky brings the women in, and Rocky tells Pip, he's like, I want a new car, because the ashtrays are filled in that one. Like, he's just being a greedy punk. And he's like, go wait in the back, go wait in the bedroom, ladies. I want to talk to Pip here for a second. And Pip is like, oh, there's nobody else here. You can't look up this old friend you want to look up, because everyone here is not really here. They're kind of just like a prop, It's really just you and me, technically. And Rocky's like, what? Why? That doesn't make any... How come it's just me? Why? How did I get into heaven? I haven't done a good thing ever. Let's go to the Hall of Records to decide and see what it is. And they're like, all right, here we go. So they go to the Hall of Records, which is really just a series of staircases.
Yeah, with files.
With filing cabinets, yeah. And Pip takes the records out. Here we go. Born 1923, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, that's me.
Over here, over there.
Over there. Hey, you guys, why don't you do me a favor? Take you over here, bring it over there. Age 6, slaughtered small dog.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Yo. Whew.
It bit me. What am I supposed to
Motherfucker bit
do?
me. Am I supposed to slaughter it into
whoa,
pieces?
hey,
Come on, hey.
I
Hickory
threw it on the wood
dickory
chipper.
dock.
What would you do?
Hickory dickory dock. I killed a dog. Age 7, stole 14 toys from a dime store. Well, dime store, so what? $1.40?
Yeah, it's...
Not a big deal. Actually, wait, quick. Punch that up. $15, $130, so...
yeah.
That's probably like, oh my god, yeah, wow. So, at age 8, he organized a street gang called the Angels. Yeah, that's what we were called, all right. That was us. Age 9, broke into a bicycle store. You know, what is this? What are you doing to me here? What game you playing?
I love it. He's like, whatever.
I thought it was funny that, like, the scene before that, he's like, I don't remember doing anything good. Have I ever done anything good at all?
at all.
Let's find out. What's all this bad shit you're showing me?
Yo.
It's like, brother, you just said.
When it starts, slaughtered small dog. Yeah, he kind of peaked at 6, because everything else, like, all right, you stole some toys, all right, you organized the gang. Well, that could be pretty. Broke into a store. Okay, killed a dog. 6 years old.
I guess. I don't know.
Unless it was for survival.
Maybe it was the 50s, and it's like, well, he killed an animal to eat it.
That was common back in the 50s. You know, in Brooklyn, you just get hungry and, like, you just kill a stray.
You go out on your porch and shoot a dog and cook up some ribs or whatever you do. All right, so we go back to the casino. Oh, well, excuse me. Rocky's like, well, what am I going to do now? I don't know. And Pip's like, well, if you need anything, call me. See ya. Boop. We go to the casino, and Rocky is winning at roulette again. But he's like, whatever. I win all the time. Who cares? He goes in the slot machine. He puts the coin in. A bunch comes out. He's like, and he just leaves it on the ground. He walks away. We go into... This is a problem I do have with this, is the guy, in his mind anyway at this point, he's in heaven.
Yeah.
He can wish for anything he wants.
And he just does.
Why is he wishing... What does he need money for?
Yeah.
Let him, never mind the throw of the win. Go raise a car or something. Why do you need money?
Yeah.
It's all free.
His wildest dreams come true, and he can't, I'll go to the casino again. Well, what about the horse track? Or what about, like, literally... Just a different form of gambling.
Anything.
Go watch a football game.
And,
you're in heaven. If, like, slaughtering small dogs is your thing, just do that.
You're slaughtering dogs, yeah. But I'll kill him every time, though. It's different. It's not the same.
Watch, this time I'll put him in a catapult.
He splattered again. That's not fun. Yo, I didn't understand it. So we get into the apartment bedroom, and Rocky beats the women at a game of poker.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's playing with them in his room, but whatever. And he's upset that he keeps women. And one of the women's like, do you want anything else?
Anything else?
And he's like, yeah, just get out of here. I'm sick of your faces, all of you. Just
What
do
else could there be? I already beat you in poker.
His dining room table turns into a pool table suddenly. Like, I don't really know why, but it just does.
There's another version of it where he throws the apple, and the apple hits it, and it bounces, and then it goes like, and then it turns to the pool table.
That makes more sense.
What do you mean another version?
There's another version I was reading. I haven't seen it.
Like an alternate take or something?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
okay.
like an
that didn't get used, where he started throwing things and they started changing in the apartment. And so, like, at once, like, he takes, in the version I saw, at least, he took the apple, and then it was like, he was about to throw it, and then it's just like, oh, and then it, like, turned. But apparently there's another one where he just starts chucking stuff, and then everything keeps, like, changing in the apartment. Which would have made it so much, it would have turned the tide.
Strange, yeah. So, yeah, it turns into a pool table, and he breaks the balls, and they all just pling, 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 and they all go into the pockets, and he's like, yeah, and breaks the stick and tosses it across the room, and he picks up the phone and dials Pip, P-I-P.
That pissed me off so badly.
That there were two separate P's?
No, I thought...
That's what got me.
I love that. I was like, that's hilarious. It's just P-I-P. But he
which
only...
one does he dial first?
Yeah, so he starts at the bottom. I was like, okay, I'm down with this. This is great. Then he goes to the I, And then I was like, okay, now you just go with the pee on top. No, he goes back to the pee on bottom. I was like, no, we're done here. We're done here. I'm out.
You're asking for trouble.
He dialed the wrong Pip.
Dialed the wrong, yeah.
What do you want? It's me, Pip. I need help. No, I don't give help. Just buckets of slop. Here you go. Make sure you dial the right number next time.
Yeah.
This won't happen again. Here's some more slop.
Yeah, it looked nice. I feel bad for you. Here's one slop.
Here's some more slop. You know, I feel bad, so don't tell nobody. Here's extra slop.
I normally don't do this.
Normally I can get
But
fired.
here's a little extra
I
slap.
can get fired if you tell
Like your
anybody.
face, kid.
So yeah, he calls Pip, and Rocky's upset that he's been given everything he wants for the last month. He's bored because he has no...
A month!
Because he has control over everything, actually. Yeah, only 1 month.
I don't know. I feel like it'd take me a lot longer than that to get bored of heaven.
So he's been making Pip watch him have sex with these girls, right? Right? Because he said he was like, stick around. Right?
Yes.
I mean, look, let's be real, right? When we were young and we started watching porn, we all started with like, ooh, look at that titty, ooh, and then eventually you're like, all right, I'm bored of that titty. Let me evolve to like, ooh, look at that butt, and then eventually you're like, ooh, look at that.
Look at that elbow.
Look at that woman being molested by a man dressed in a Tyrannosaurus costume. So obviously, eventually, like, all right, well, look, we already had sex with these beautiful women. Like, what if I make my guardian angel watch? And tell me can't look away.
Yo, but that's as far as it got. He never got to the dinosaur costume.
Yo, what are you doing, dude?
Or like, you know, fucking during a mock election in a high school fucking field. You know, nothing.
Let me see if I can finish faster than this world champion athlete can run a 60-meter sprint. Ready? Go! Ah! Yeah! They don't call me 5-second death for nothing. Woo! Top of my game, baby.
Yeah, good for you, honey.
And here's a little more slap.
Yeah, here's some more slop. I got a new job. So Rocky is bored of everything, including the women, and he doesn't have to work for anything. So Rocky's like, you know what, maybe I don't belong in heaven. I want to go to the other place. And Pip is just like, yo, curtain drop. What other place? This is the other place, son.
I hated that fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get the closing narration. This is November 1880.
Oh.
No, that's not right. That is not right at all. You forgot to change the fucking narration.
The dog's alive! He's in the Old West, but he's alive!
The best part is I copied this script over from Execution. I created a new file, copied it.
Right.
And then when I edited everything, I did on the like Execution doc file, and I was like, ooh, and then I copied what I thought was everything over.
Apparently not. So the closing narration. A scared, angry little man who never got a break. Now he has everything he's ever wanted, and he's going to have to live with it for eternity in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. So,
Oof. Yeah.
I just finished the first season of The Good Place.
Oh,
That's good shit.
so good.
Yeah.
So good. I love
And, seemed pretty similar.
Yo, it's so good. I can't even say anything because every day, like, it's just.
You just keep thinking, you're like, all right, there's that twist. That was a really good twist. And it's like, oh shit, that's a crazy twist. All right, well, how many more twists can you do? And then it just
my God.
keeps going. And it's so good.
I just finished the first
I
season.
can't.
Oh my god.
can't
Just. It's a good show, man.
So watch that instead of this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
All right, so we have some tropes and morals here. I didn't even realize this beard of evil. He has a beard.
Yeah.
Pip had a beard.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't notice that at all.
Well, it's because he's a fat white. He's a fat man. It's
'cause he's fat.
A white suit with a white beard,
Oh,
so it all
okay.
just blends in
I
as
thought it
whiteness.
But
was
he's
like-
not trying to sell you chicken.
That's what it is. if he would have had like a walking cane, I would have noticed the goatee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
he didn't have a walking cane.
And then he'd also have one of those hats.
Right. So we also have Evil Laugh, which I just did. You heard it. It was Pip at the end. And then Wham Line, which is what happened. He said it before the laugh.
This is...
Wham Line. Yeah, what gave you the idea you were in heaven, Mr. Valentine? This is the other place. Wham! Ironic Hell, which is what this whole thing is set up for. He thinks he's getting everything he wants, but really it's everything he wants, except for the stuff he doesn't want. Like, why couldn't he just be like, okay, just create a system of random happenstance challenges, you know, exactly like it happens on Earth.
Because he was just a dumb Brooklyn
Yo!
dude.
Oh, pizza gabagoo!
Exactly.
Spaghetti marinara.
I want to see all my old uncles from the neighborhood. Pizza gabagoo, spaghetti marinara.
That's right. Clam sauce francese, all of that.
The whole family.
Give me my cousin chicken francese.
I feel attacked.
So also villain protagonist, which is the protagonist is a straight up villain. He's a
Piece of trash.
He's a fucking thief. So he starts off robbing a guy. I don't know if that guy's dead in the when he was robbing.
Oh,
the
I didn't notice there was a guy in
there was
there.
a guy next to him just laying there
yeah.
like he definitely bipped him on the head. At
Ooh,
least
that was his partner, I bet.
ooh, that's double oof. Ooh.
Double oof.
Oof. So why would you make this? I don't know. But Mickey Rooney was the first choice to play Valentine. So there's that.
Interesting. Who was the second choice?
You tell me.
Rod Serling. Mickey Rooney. It was either Mickey. Oh no, Beaumont. Beaumont was like, "Listen, we probably can't get Mickey Rooney because he's doing this. So I think you should play it." And Serling's like, maybe. And it just didn't work out. But he was gonna play him. Oh man,
What could have been? Also, we didn't hear it, but they used the same slot machine from the Fever.
Franklin.
It's a whisper, I'm telling you. Also, what does it say out here? It was singled out for its brazen sexual innuendo.
Yeah, it was
'cause
too sexy.
The stacked women and
Stacked broads.
that was the part, them being stacked. That part.
Well, I mean...
Not the part where he was like, no, it's not, heaven's not fun when I want something and I get it. Like when I ask a woman if she wants to do it and she can't say no, that's not fun. I just get it too easy. She has to be able, there has to be a challenge.
She has to put up a fight.
It's not.
And wrestle.
It's
and
not
have to
sexy
throw her down.
if she doesn't say no.
I am not affiliated with the show. Anyway.
Yo, that was exactly the message I was getting. They didn't talk about it, but she was like, what do you want? And he was like, you just give it up. It's so easy. I hate it. Get out of here. Like, yeah. So, yeah, they were like, watch it, you. Don't be doing that. Because, I'm sure they didn't say that when he put a bunch of black people on his show. So next week, we have Nightmare as a Child. Next week, you'll spend a few rather unforgettable hours in this living room watching Miss Janice Brule and Mr. Shepard Strudwick partake in a dramatic delicacy that is one part nursery rhyme, one part terror. This is designed for those of you who are getting too much sleep. Oh. Next week at the Twilight Zone, Nightmare as a Child. We'll hope you join us.
I don't remember a thing about that episode. I don't think it's
the name.
Wish You to the Bad Place.
That's like season 4 or something,
late.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this one is.
Netflix pops up a little too quick sometimes.
Okay.
I think it said something about how, like, a child disappears and then comes back, or something like that. And there's a, you know what? I won't even say it.
But it's different.
Because now that I think about it, no. And
Pet
then
Sematary?
and then the child has to deal with their mother's murder.
Oh.
Like, it didn't make... It seemed like a kid disappeared, and then the kid came back, and then they had to solve a mystery about someone else's disappearance. Like, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm sure it'll make more sense when they see it, hopefully.
Guess the twist.
So, yeah, guess the twist. You don't remember it either. You can guess it too.
I don't remember it, so I'm going to guess that the child is really an adult having some hallucination flashback.
That's what I was thinking, too. I was like, the kid's going to remember that it's like, I'm not a kid now, I'm an adult, but this was me when I was a kid, and now,
Something that doesn't make sense, but something like that.
It's the devil again.
It's the devil.
Hi, I'm Pip.
It's me, Pip the devil. Oh, I should have saw through the fucking lines. There's no Pip the angel, of course. They told us right at the beginning. It's Pip the devil. That makes more sense. So, VictorProWrestling.com.
Returns live to Centeridge, Long Island, New York, November 23rd in the VFW Arena, where we're going to have a 300-foot tall steel cage lowered from the ceiling. And two men, Coach Mamone and Mr. Kevin Tiz, are going to battle. And one of them is going to walk out with a championship. And one of them is going to walk in with a championship. And it might be the same person both times, but I don't know. You don't know. You can only find out when those men fight in that 600-foot tall steel cage on November 23rd. Live and in color.
So you heard it first, folks. You go to VictorProWrestling.com, buy tickets for that 900-fall steel cage match.
900-fall.
Yeah. 900-fall steel cage match. It'll never end, and it'll also never start.
That best 451 out of 900.
Yo, the craziest thing is, Coach won the first 449 straight. I thought we had it. Woo!
But then he used a sledgehammer on top of a ladder, and the ref called off the whole thing.
That was it.
The ref said, I'm disqualifying you from the next 400.
Oh, man. So, yeah, VictorProWrestling.com for how tall is the cage now? You figure it out. It's growing by the minute, folks.
It's an outdoor show now. No room can hold it.
Reserve your tickets on the moon.
The only man-made structure you can see from space.
The only show banned by the FAA for interfering with plane routes and air travel.
The only live theater performance banned by NASA. For disrupting satellite and spaceship operations. So yeah, VictorProWrestling.com for all that.
Mm-hmm.
Huge.
Yes, by the time this airs...
When does your novelization of that event come out?
Yeah.
I've already written it.
Oh, good.
It did not sell well.
You participated in Romonomo and wrote a novel.
Robbie Rero.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying that you wrote the original story.
Yes.
And this is a dramatic remake of that book.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Mm. But yes, I am not competing in Robbie Rero.
The Robbie Rero Robbins?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
Instead,
high stakes.
I will be continuing. Yes, those steaks are delicious.
On a high shelf, yeah.
Mm.
I like when my steak falls down high.
And drips into my mouth. Yes, I exist, and I'm a person, and I deserve love. So there's that.
That's your recommendation?
No, that's what he's plugging.
Oh.
That's what he's promoting. He's promoting his self-worth to people.
Yes.
Yeah,
just be okay with me existing. All right? Just like...
Don't wish me into the cornfield.
Is that like... Can I just... All right.
Well, let me ask you. Now that it's been out a while, what's your review of Death Stranding?
Oh...
Did you just lose a negotiation with yourself?
Yes, thank you. You just glossed over it.
Yo, you almost had you in the first half, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, but now you won out. It didn't go well. Holy shit.
What's that? Death Stranding, did you say? Did you ask about it? I feel like you asked about it.
You must have.
I'll answer. So, now that I have played for over 58 hours of this game since the last time we talked about it, I can tell you, it is incredible. There is text, and there's subtext, and then there's 50 feet of dirt, and then there's this. And it's like really subtext. That's what I was going with.
You're saying it's deep.
It's deep.
It's
you
deep.
gotta dig deep. It's not just a walking simulator, guys. All right? It's more than that.
You need a shovel to play this game.
It's a digging simulator.
There's you can dig. All right?
I can dig it.
You dig that?
I can dig it.
You will when you buy this game.
With a shovel. Because of how deep it
$60.
is.
Yeah.
60.
60.
Ladder and bridge simulator. Cool.
Shoots and ladders the game.
It's gonna change things.
Yo, if there are slides in this game,
Yo, hold
and
on.
it becomes shoots and ladders the game. I mean,
There's
They
a
told me-
mountain, and it actually takes like a really, really long time to get across it.
They told me Shadow of Mordor was gonna change things.
Who? The people at fucking EA or whatever it was?
Yeah, have you played that?
Yeah.
I played the first one, and
With
it was
the
pretty
Nemesis
good.
system, and you were
It's
like,
pretty cool.
I was like,
oh,
Nemesis is
this is
freaking-
gonna be in
that's
every
really cool.
game,
Yeah.
and every other game
never
was
used it
like,
again.
the fuck? That awesome system? Nah, go fuck yourself.
Yo, that's so dumb. I was so... Well, I guess I'm probably lying when I say this, but I was so excited when I was playing Shadows of Mordor, and I, killed everybody, and I was like, I did it! I beat the game! They were like, alright, now go to the next map. And I was like, shut up! What? I'll never play this game again. It's way too much.
Wait a minute, you didn't?
I never finished it. I never got... I got to the new map, and I was like, yo, I just spent 40 hours on one map?
Yeah, but then...
I don't even know how long the game is.
Then
There could
you
be 4
recruit-
more maps.
Then you gotta start mind controlling the bosses, and then you're like,
Oh, shit. Maybe I'll pick it back up.
ooh, because then at the end you're like, I'm gonna storm the castle, and then you and your whole squad roll up to the Oh, I'm gonna have to go replay that game.
I
No,
got
I'm
it.
not. I don't fucking
I
replay
got it.
anything except maybe Tetris. I replay Tetris. sometimes.
You don't... You really don't... You always replay it. Every time you play Tetris, you replay it. Nobody ever plays Tetris for the first time. They only just replay it.
I remember my first time with Tetris.
Go on.
It's a hallucination brought on by the system.
Yeah,
Didn't happen.
it was quick and disappointing.
No, that was Mean Bean Machine. I actually like Mean Bean Machine. I think it was pretty good.
Is it...
You play.
Different? Is it
It's a
different?
match 3.
Right, but is it any different from...
They're all
Dr.
they're all
Mario?
identical.
Yeah,
well,
Dr.
Dr.
Mario,
Mario,
yeah,
fucking Mean Bean Machine's a little better because it's a little more simple. Dr. Mario is just like, I don't know. It's not. No, I don't like it.
I don't remember Dr. Mario enough. Well, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I'm a Tetris man myself.
So, www.ymt.com for all things Why Would You Make This, episodes, links, etc. Puppet stuff. There's always some puppet stuff somewhere.
Sad gram cams.
Sure. Fancy pigs. We're selling those.
Yeah.
T-shirts about killing puppets or rustling beans. We got those. Some eventually. Maybe now that you listen. I don't know when you're listening to this.
You should check.
Just do it. Anyway, every 8 seconds.
At shop.www.ymt.com.
You realize you have to make that now, right? That was work you gave yourself.
I mean, they could try and see what happens.
Keep trying. When will it work? Hey, you wake up every day and you hope, don't you? So just keep going to our website.
You like dead links, right? You like staring at dead links.
So, intro music is Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. For Huge and Delta, I'm Jimmy Time. Please remember, without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts.
I'm just saying 4 Tom Cruises.
The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.